Well, let's go to Woodbine Beach Park, where Toronto Police are laying out their enforcement plans for the Canada Day long weekend. Let's listen in.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mike Hales, and I'm the inspector at 55 Division. And it's my pleasure to entertain a public messaging through the media to talk about the City of Toronto's Ashbridges Bay Park Canada Day fireworks celebration. So the event is scheduled to take place on July the 1st at 10 p.m. I want to ensure the public that the Toronto Police Service will have adequate resources here at the park to ensure a safe and fun event for all those that want to come down and take part. Some important things to note is that there is no alcohol permitted in Ashbridges Bay Park. Personal fireworks are not permitted as well, and there is up to a $1,000 fine for those that are going to be intending on using personal fireworks in the park. We want to really ensure that the event is safe and that it's fun, and so we are really strongly encouraging folks to not bring personal fireworks down to the park today on July the 1st. Also important of note is that the City of Toronto will have signs posted throughout the park reminding people that bringing personal alcohol and or fireworks is also not permitted. So to the fun stuff. At 10 p.m. the fireworks will start and they will go on regardless of the weather conditions. Folks that are coming down to the park, really, we are strongly encouraging you to please use public transit because there will be significant road closures in the area, especially along Lakeshore Boulevard East. Parking is limited down here as well, and so if you do intend on driving, please be courteous of the area residents. We will have our parking enforcement folks here as well, enforcing all the parking bylaws. So there is no provision for Canada Day for parking. You have to stay within the guidelines and the rules. I'm really happy to take any questions you may have at this time.
Inspector, the criminal code says that almost anything can be used as a weapon. Does that include fireworks? And would the police lay criminal charges if such an occurrence?
So thank you for the question. So yes, you are correct. Fireworks in the past at city events have been utilized as weapons. If you point and fire these fireworks off at folks, the messaging really needs to be, we have to be smart. Fireworks can cause a lot of damage, and we will have enough resources here to address any criminal incidents such as that. And so just don't bring them. Just don't bring them down. The city has spent a lot of money on a spectacular fireworks display, so there's really no need to bring them down. And in addition to that, I'd like to really encourage parents to have conversations with your young people and have that discussion. If you have purchased personal fireworks for your children, please do not allow them to bring them down to the park, especially if they're going to be here unsupervised. There's going to be a lot of resources down here to ensure the event is going to be safe. We've partnered with Toronto Fire and are also our friends at Toronto Paramedic Services, so people can come down confident that there are going to be enough resources on hand to keep the event fun and safe.
Is it a good idea to do fireworks given the current air quality and fire?
Yeah, thank you for that question. I am aware that there are areas of the province that are under a very strict ban in regards to fireworks. However, the City of Toronto has employed professionals in the pyrotechnic industry, and so we can ensure you that the display that's going to be put on here in regards to Canada Day is going to be done in the absolute safest manner possible with all contingencies available to prevent any adverse situation from occurring.
Decided to not do fireworks.
Yes.
Was this a concern at all, or did you think?
Well, that's actually a discussion that would have been had at City Hall. So I would suggest that perhaps they're probably the better folks to ask that question of. What I can tell you is that the event as of now is scheduled to go on July 1st at 10 p.m. and that fireworks can be viewed anywhere along the boardwalk from Victoria Park to Coxwell Avenue.
For the chaos around this beach in Victoria Day last year, is this a response in some ways to what you saw then, with many people arrested, some police officers injured, some people shot?
Certainly, Public safety is always going to be a #1 concern for the Toronto Police Service, and so we have a plan in place with adequate resources that are going to be able to address and respond to any incidents of criminal behavior. However, our main focus is facilitating a fun and a safe event. So when folks come down to the beach in Ashbridges Bay Park, what you can expect is you're going to see officers patrolling on horseback, officers on ATVs, and most importantly, officers on foot, engaging the crowd, participating in making sure that the event is as safe as possible.
And I see some cameras up there. Is that part of it as well?
The city does have cameras that are put into place. That's for a myriad of reasons, one of which, of course, is to ensure public safety. And always, as the Toronto Police Service does, if we do have incidents of criminality, we will rely on cameras that are in public spaces to capture the best possible evidence. However, again, we are really looking forward to helping to facilitate an event which is community-based. Right, this is an open community space. We are really invested in ensuring that folks feel safe when they come down, and we have a plan in place to accomplish that.
Inspector, can you talk briefly about the prohibition of liquor or alcohol in public? I know it's Liquor License Act. It's not a criminal offense, but there is fines to be levied. There is an arrest authority, and there is the power to seize that. Can you just walk through what somebody can expect if they do defy the bylaw or the Liquor License Act and bring liquor into the park?
Yeah, thank you for the question. So what's important to note is this, is that I know that there are discussions at the city right now in regards to a pilot project for some allowance of the consumption of alcohol in public parks. That has not yet passed. So at this point, we are really reminding people that personal alcohol is not permitted on the beach. Now, there are licensed establishments in the area. If folks do want to come down and enjoy a beverage, we would direct them to encourage them to participate and enjoy those beverages within the limits of the law that currently exists today. I will say this, officers will be monitoring the crowd for any type of behaviors that would be considered to be antisocial. That also includes the consumption of alcohol. So if you do bring personal alcohol down to the beach, officers will be monitoring for that, and where appropriate, we will be laying charges and seizing that material as appropriate.
Inspector, obviously we've seen some chaos down here in the past. There's going to be a number of Canada Day celebrations across Toronto. What's the service doing to make sure some of the security precautions we're seeing here are going to be elsewhere in the city?
Another great question, so thank you for that. So there are a multitude of Canada Day events throughout the city. There are several that are actually here in the downtown east area as well. And so we are addressing each and every event with the same methodology. We are engaging local business improvement associations. We are in discussions with the organizers of all of the events that are happening throughout the city. And the police are at the table partnering with those organizations and developing a plan that's appropriate. So folks, no matter where you decide to celebrate your Canada Day, whether it's here at Ashbridges Bay Park or anywhere else throughout the city, there will be police resources on hand in conjunction with the city to ensure that all of the events are safe.
Wondering about the Friday night and the Sunday night, because that Victoria Day, it wasn't the Victoria Day fireworks night, it was the night before. So are you guys ready for Friday night and Sunday night?
So the plan actually encompasses the entire weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So there will be police resources on hand. Of course, we will be in a position to be able to increase or draw back resources, shift resources between venues as necessary. The most important messaging for the public to know is that regardless of where you choose to spend your Canada Day, that the Toronto Police Service is there to facilitate a safe event.
Any more questions?
No, okay. Folks, thank you very much. I really appreciate you helping us get our messaging out. And once again, we're just really encouraging everyone to come down and have a fun and a safe event. Thank you very much for your time.
Well, we've been listening to Toronto Police give an update down at Woodbine Beach Park ahead of the Canada Day long weekend festivities and fireworks, and talking about the police presence and operations that will be underway throughout the long weekend and trying to avoid a situation like last year.